Hello and welcome to, well, foreign and domestic. Scotsman is currently operating a shit show, from what I understand. Maybe a little bit more on that in a second. But until then, we will get ourselves started here in traditional fashion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, all right, all right. Got a number of people already in the room. Appreciate you showing up. Um, there's Bama Dad was out there mowing his grass earlier. Edward Petty, Garage Guy 879, the Ozzy Osbourne Tactical Fud. Got a couple of great guys here in the room. Um, We'll go with the man to my side, the Fud with a gun. How you doing?
I'm doing. How you doing?
Oh, I'm a doing. I'm a doing.
Well, let's see. I've been gone for a little while, then got sick from my trip to Alaska. Had that nice summer cold. So I know I haven't been on the chats lately. So yeah, been busy. Got healthy now, and I'm just getting ready to go on this here USPSA shoot on Sunday and kicking reloading with a hot pot's butt all over the gun range. That's going to be
I
the
mean,
highlight.
really, is that any fun at all? Because I mean, what competition is that really?
He runs his mouth. It's always fun to smack somebody runs their mouth. It's always fun to smack them down. You know, I mean, you got people that attempt to smack me down. Mario, he got his butt whipped. Bald in shooting comps, back and forth. I whipped his butt there too. So, don't you just hate people that go around talking smack all the time? Jeez, I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah. You got to try to use psychological tactics. That's just wrong. Just wrong.
Yeah.
Our brother from across the pond, Richard, good to see you, sir.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, Scotsman sent me a link earlier, and I said, "Yeah, okay, let's go, let's do this." So I'm here. Yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming in
I've been
and
on here for a
joining
while,
us.
so I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah. Good
Thank
to
you very
see
much.
you. Good to see you for sure. For sure. And of course, the world's most ability prone person to be able to stretch a penny into copper wire, New York Outcast. How you doing, Outcast?
Doing all right.
Oh,
Doing all right. Just finishing up dinner and pasta salad here. Ate most of the pasta, but still working on it. So, yeah, thanks for the invite. Sorry for the delay.
I gotta say I haven't eaten basically all day, and that looks delicious. But the crotch out of a dead horse would probably look delicious to me right now. So
Well, come on over, man. I'll get you a bowl.
think I'd burst into flames. They catch me in New York.
Yeah, I kind of feel sick every time I come back here, too.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I can't tell anybody that I've made any gun videos this week because I most certainly haven't. I have recorded a couple of videos, but it's completely and entirely off topic, and I don't even know if I'm going to end up posting them onto one of my 8 other channels or not. But if I do, then search all 8 of my channels or all 9 of my channels and see if I actually posted a video or just let my videos play in the background on a loop to help pad my time or something. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, I found some type of tablet that had the winning lotto numbers, the meaning of life, made a video about it, posted it up. Next thing you know, it got taken down. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys, anybody caught it, but I was too busy making a video, so I didn't play the lottery. So if somebody, use those numbers, make sure you cut me in later.
Well, the meaning of life is 42, as I understand it, but nobody actually knows what the true question is. I like it, Bama Dad. Yeah. Digging it. When was the last shoot you had, Fudd?
Oh, I didn't even shoot last month because that's when I went up to Alaska. And I was supposed to go to Cardinal down up by Marengo, just north of Columbus, Ohio, a couple weekends ago. But this cold that I had stuff, there was no way. So I had to back out of that one. But before that was back at Crawford County. And I only was able to really shoot 4 stages, and I got a phone call. So my mind wasn't even in it. And I zeroed out my last 2 because I just want to go through, bang, 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 and leave. So that's what I did. And I ended up dropping like 10 to 15 places. And old Gene, reloading for the hot pot, was right there above me in the standings, and I'm right below him after I blew the last 2 stages because I'm just leaving. So yeah, so he was feeling pretty good about that, but oh yeah, unless I
So
can
how was the trip to Alaska though?
Oh, the trip up there, it sucked. I mean, spending 5 hours on a plane from Ohio to the West Coast up in Seattle, and then another 4.5 to 5 hours from Seattle up to Fairbanks, and those little tight economy seats. I mean, your neck hurts and everything. It's like, I know I've flown around the world a few times, and it just reminded me I don't miss it. But the trip back, it was what, Veterans Day or something like that. So it must have been it because I went to check my bag and my wife's bag in, and the girl behind the register is like, "Oh, you got enough miles. We're just going to go ahead and do a thing here where you don't have to pay for your baggage." Okay, $70 is $70. I don't have to pay it out. And that's all she ever said. She ended up upgrading us the whole way back in first class. I must have done
that
something.
is phenomenal.
Nice.
Probably something that they don't advertise, but that is absolutely excellent.
That was great. Nice. There was only 2 seats, and in the whole where you usually got 3 of you cramped. I mean, these were the nice plush fat boy seats where a fat boy could be stretch it out and feel comfortable. And I don't even drink alcohol. I had access to all the booze I wanted, and all I had was my coffee. But had a good time up there. Went up to see my daughter. She's in the Army up there. So we had a good time. Seen moose, seen caribous. We seen everything except beavers and grizzly bears. And my wife was all up about seeing a grizzly bear because she went and bought herself a 10 millimeter just to go on that Alaska trip. And she got bit by some bug that gave her some kind of fungal thing. And she bit her on the side, and it's just trying to get control of that now. They got some weird stuff up there up there in Alaska.
Yeah, like Alaskan ballistics and chook. They're just strange creatures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the bummer. I had all these pictures of these moose and caribou and stuff. And what happens up there? My phone completely just died. Wasn't a power issue. It's like it just went, it flatlined. So there went all my pictures.
I use that excuse for Bigfoot.
Oh, speaking of Bigfoot, I mean, did we introduce Rob there? Did he get to do his little opening? Because I totally missed it.
Oh, did we introduce Richard?
No, Rob. Richard got to say it.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He
it
gave
just isn't much to say. You know, I was eating a salad. It's not much to say.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm curious about this phone call where all of a sudden you just started losing, you know, going off shot and this and that, because it sounds like Hot Pot could probably just set up a phone call before your match tomorrow, and you'll be coached.
No, the phone call was my godfather just died of cancer, and
Ah,
my godmother. They'd been married 65 years, and they're both. I mean, he passed away, and she's pretty much at the end of life now. And that Sunday where I got to go shoot is like everyone just like, you need a break. You just got to get out of here, go do something. So I had 4 stages of total relaxation, and all of a sudden, boom, I get this phone call, and I'm on the second to last stage. I had a miss. I ran past a target because my head wasn't even in the game. So I zeroed the stage, and they moved me to the head of the line so I could just shoot, jump in the truck, and just leave for the last stage. I did the same thing. I ran past a target, didn't engage, and missed another target. And it's like, I didn't care. Got home, and it's like, I went over there to see, find, okay, what's wrong? What's going on? Oh, no, I'm fine. At least he was fine.
wow. Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, really worth losing to Hot Pot over?
I dropped 10 to 15 places by the just, I mean, it took me to zero out 2 of the 6 stages, and I dropped my high standings. I dropped like a rock, and where I was just one spot underneath of him on the standings. So we know what it takes for him to beat me. I've got to completely zero out 2 stages. So this next Sunday, I've been working on my foot movement. My accuracy, it's down. I just got to I'm working on my foot movement to get faster times. And it's just going to be keep my mind in the game to make sure I don't run past any targets and don't shoot any no-shoots. And I've got a lot of bullets made to practice with this week.
Yeah. You don't want to shoot any of those whites. You can shoot all them browns you want.
Yeah. And if you hit one of the blacks, that's just the no shoot. You just got to shoot again to get the brown. They got it in 3 different colors: the browns, the whites, the black section. And you shoot why is it the whites are penalized the most if you shoot one of those? That's like, it's 5 points off this, and then an extra 10 points, if you hit it. And so it's like 15. It's like 15 more seconds added to your time.
Probably just depends on state. You know, if you're in an urban area, you'll get more points for the darker the target.
Mm. But you shoot the black one, the black section. Those are, I would call, they're not no shoots. They're they're like a barrier. It's like it represents hard cover, like a wall or something. So you just take another shot, get it into the brown, and you're good to go. Rob, did we ever do a tan off? I thought we had some contest between you and I at one time.
We were supposed to, but I think you got scared or something. I don't know. So I mean, I was ready to go. Something came up with you. I can't remember what it is now, but I believe it was justified, or so I was led to believe. So, but yeah, if you want to do the tan off, it's
Something
summer.
like a skin cancer scare. Was that it?
I believe so. I think that's what you were saying, and something about it until you can get to the doctors or some test or something. So, I mean,
Yeah, I went in to see. Yeah, I went in to see it. They sent me in to see a dermatologist for it. You know what she told me? More soap and a washcloth and scrub harder. I'm not kidding. That's what she told me. I mean, I've got the big old like brown hairy thing on my side.
Oh man, let me tell you, you can scrub all you want, but it ain't gonna help you. It ain't gonna help you.
Oh, look how light that skin is. Put that arm back up. Put that arm back up. Come on, man. I'm just.
There you go. But it's still early in the summer. I haven't really been on a roof yet.
Yeah.
Well, and I noticed that you're using the driving arm, the arm you hang out the window all the time.
Oh yeah, let's go with the driving arm. The left in there. Hey, Rob.
First son here in Iowa, I decided, oh yeah, I need to put on the wife beater shirt and enjoy this bit of sun. And just drove around for half the day, and my arm blistered like there was no tomorrow. It was terrible.
See, Rob, it's those totally white guys that burn and blister. You only hear them whine. You don't hear them talking smack about who can get darker and everything.
No. I mean, to be honest, even I burn. It doesn't necessarily look like that, but you can feel it in the shower, and you scrub hard, and you can end up peeling off a layer here or there. So it's I don't know. At least well, I'm half white too, so maybe I don't know. I can't speak for Lego black people, I guess, but as far as me being mixed, I still burn.
Yeah. Oh, I was out on the mower last week, and the top of my head, I didn't wear a hat, and the top of my head got burnt. When you're bald and you burn the top, it's like, this is why I keep my hair short like I do, because it hurts too much to comb your hair. But it doesn't blister.
Yeah, I just keep mine short because I'm lazy. Basically, I've done that for years. Ever since I got out of my teens, I guess. I just keep it short, and then mornings I get up and roll, and I don't have to worry about it,
Rob, this is one thing you and I got in common, and it's not about being lazy. It's about being cheap. Why should we have to pay for a full price on a haircut when they're only doing half the work?
Right? Yeah. I bitched a lot about that in the past, especially when I didn't have a choice. You had to go get your hair cut. It's like, well, I could just buy a set of clippers and do it myself, but no. You got to go down there so they can jack your hair up basically on purpose, and you got to pay for it.
Wait, where was this?
That was actually Kentucky.
In Kentucky, they made you go to the barber. It wouldn't let you cut your own hair.
Little shop off the side of the PX, basically.
Oh, you're like in the Army, in boot camp.
Yeah, that's where they force you to do it. Yeah.
Okay, because I was active duty Navy, and it's like I was halfway through my career, and I finally said, "Screw this! I'm just buy some clippers here and do it up." The next thing you know, we're on deployment, and the guys are coming in. I'm cutting all their hair too. I said, "If you're dumb enough to sit there and let me cut it, I'm dumb enough to cut it." And they sat there and let me cut it.
Did you mess it up?
Oh, especially the people I didn't
leave
like.
patches and shit. Yeah.
Whoops. I guess you're getting a total buzz. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy, low maintenance is the way I see it. Like I said, you're up and out when get up late or something like that. I don't have to worry about it. So,
Mhm. A bar
uh,
of soap and a wash rag and scrub it off, and you just start at the top and finish at the toes.
it's good to go. I mean, if I needed to, I could still do like a 2-3 minute shower. So, yeah,
Oh,
I joked
that's
around with the
Boy,
lady
Richard,
about that.
aren't you glad you joined this shit show? These guys talking about washing themselves.
oh. I was getting to the best part. I mean, okay, he's talking about timing himself. Do you use an actual stopwatch, or do you put a song on your phone and have it sitting there? Because I only shower as long as Thunderstruck is on playing, right? And that Thunderstruck goes off, boom, I'm drying and I'm out of there.
It depends. Sometimes I'm really quick. Other times, I'll sit in there almost till the damn water runs out. So, or stay in there, I should say, whatever. So, especially if I'm sick or something like that. But other than that, I can basically pop in, be out. I've told stories like I was just gonna say the lady like you know she's bitching about getting her hair wet in 3 minutes, like let alone being scrubbed and out. Yeah, I tried to tell her there was times where you were sudding up at the sink, waiting in line for the shower. So,
And here you were just telling us about, here you are with your lady in the shower and you only in there for maybe 2 minutes.
well, that's different. But
You said that you were only in there for 2 minutes and she
yeah.
had started complaining because she got her hair wet for 3 minutes.
Well,
Richard, what did you hear?
Not what I was going for, but
Well, if you got a good lady, you should be in the shower with her.
Oh yeah,
That's what you should be doing. Yeah,
I
it's a nice
agree.
experience.
See, if I shower by myself, I can listen to like Elvis Presley Teddy Bear. That's like a 1:50 song. But if if I shower with a woman, it's got to be like The Song Remains the Same by Led Zeppelin because, well, it's been about that long since I've done it.
Well, I just want to throw a warning out there. Shower fun is fun, but it's a higher risk level. So when you get that soap, uneven floors, things are real slippery. You might be, a glass wall you're next to. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. A good time can turn into a bad time really quick if you're not careful.
If you get to my age, you got the hot water going on at the same time, you're talking a risk of cardiac infarction. That's a heart attack, for Jan.
That's why if you go to hotels and you plan on having a couple drinks, the ladies, this and that, request a handicap accessible room. Yeah, because they usually come with benches. There's handles in there. You can sit down, have a drink. It's a good time.
No,
Yeah, because by the time I'm still drinking and need a shower, while I'm still drinking, I'm gonna need a handicap room anyway.
It's a win-win sometimes.
Just go get the hotel that's got the jacuzzi and hot tub in the room.
Done it, and the lady almost flooded the place out. Turning the jets on before the thing was full. Water was spraying off into the other bedroom and all over the place.
Oh, let's put some bubbles in there.
They're really hard to find, though. I don't know if you guys have looked around, but I don't know if jacuzzi tubs, hot tubs, or whatever are going out of style or what. A lot of hotels, not even a lot of hotels, like the majority of hotels just have a pool if you're lucky. You got to search filter out for a hot tub, and then most of those are like a general in the pool area hot tub. To get one in your room, holy crap! Like, you'll be looking for a while to find one
You gotta
nowadays.
drive 2 hours from here to get one.
Yeah, we basically drive 2 hours to get one. But
The women always know where they're at.
yeah,
The only time I've
one
ever
that
seen
usually finds them.
Yeah. The only time I've ever seen them is like the hotels they have in Las Vegas. But that's the only time I've seen them. But I've never been able to afford one. The price of the room is out of my price range. But you see them on TV and that all the time, and every time they're in Vegas. Where if you got a jacuzzi in the hotel room,
you must be up in the high rollers rooms.
Yeah, like penthouse suite type thing. James Bond style. It's out of my price range.
Yeah, this was at like a Country Inn or Suites or something like that. It was, it wasn't a high end place like that. I know some of those luxury hotels rooms in state, they got some really nice stuff, but I can't afford that, so I'm not even bothering. But online with now they got all these apps and different things. If you search around and you can we usually find something, I don't know what, or doesn't have a hot tub in the room, but it's got the general hot tub, pool, be breakfast, cookies, all that crap, coffee for like what, just under 200, around 200.
Our hotels are typically right.
So I mean, it's not a great thing, but if you're going to hang out at the hotel, it's nice to have a nicer hotel. If you're just going for work or traveling, and me personally, I'll go for the cheapest place that I'm not going to catch something at, because all I'm doing is sleeping, getting showered and hitting the road again.
Those cheap ones that's when you end up getting the bed bugs.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, or solicitation, or God knows what kind of contacts as you're coming up the stairs and people are smoking weird stuff. Don't ever go to the Harlem Inn. Doesn't matter how tired you are, just keep driving. Don't even stop at that. If they got a booth that's bulletproof glass and you got to talk to that guy to get a room, keep going. Just keep going.
I've been to Vegas so many times for the Navy, because we had to supply the aircraft and support for the Air Force, because they got rid of their electronic jammers. So we go to green flags and red flags. We've gone 3 and 4 times a year at 2 weeks a shot. And one things we definitely learned, and we finally got it through the person who was booking our rooms for us got it through their mind. You don't want to book a hotel room where you're getting bed bugs, where pimps are running over your airmen, and if you got a supervisor, none of the airmen they're calling the pimps and having hookers knock on their door every 15 minutes all night long. Yeah, you want a little bit of better quality than that kind of place.
So what you're saying is I need to stop going to that same motel that I've been going to for 27 years.
Is it Howard was it the Howard Johnsons out by the airport? From then on, we stayed right there on the Strip, on the Stratosphere or the Hilton. Kind of nice on the taxpayer's dime.
Yeah, there's a Howard Johnson's about an hour away from here in a location. Man, that place is horrible. I guess it used to be nice from what people say, but now even the bathrooms, like the cabinets are falling apart, all types of stuff. It's amazing. Like I shocked that they'd be open like that, or being like your lobby bathroom looks like it's just trashed.
And,
like I said, cabinets falling off the wall, like the plates that hide the plumbing just half hanging on the floor and stuff. I'm like, holy crap! Like, not what I'd expect to see. You know what I mean? Really
Dad hit the nail on the head, because that's what we started just calling Howard Johnson's there, the Hojos, because there was nothing but a bunch of hoes and Joes around that place.
I have
mean,
heard that term. Yeah.
fun. So what's up with guns here? Guns. This is a gun chat, right?
I like guns.
Guns are cool.
My name's New York, and I'm addicted to guns.
When are you moving? I mean, Bald is getting out of New York now. He's out looking for property and houses, isn't he?
I don't know what he's doing. You know, he says one thing, and then I never hear from him, so I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't
Ever
even
since
know
he's
if
got this
Bald
new
understands
girlfriend.
Bald.
Yeah. Ever since he's got this new girlfriend, he's gotten flaky on me.
Yeah, she's got him on a diet. Do you see how small his head is now? It's like he said he lost 40 pounds. I think he lost it all above his shoulders. Now he's just this little tiny head on this,
No, I've been briefly looking around a little bit, and I don't exactly know why, but I'm kind of looking for a home style defense 300 blackout. So essentially, probably an AR pistolish.
I kind of like one of those.
Yeah, something probably around like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not that I intentionally want to take my Gray Ghost out of the rotation. Not that it runs 5.56. It would definitely do the job. But I'm just kind of a little hankering for something a slightly different. And so trying to keep my eyes out locally for like a 300 blackout in-house defense pistol.
Mm.
You must have really pissed your ex off, huh?
Which one?
Well, wait a minute.
Whatever one you're worried about coming back.
Well, it can't be the one ex because he's still taking his mother-in-law out to petting zoos.
Well, she might be cooler than the daughter, so
that's just because I got to take her to work. Well, I'm just kind of wanting a little something else. Not that I actually anticipate anything to be happening, but just want a little something else. And about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I picked up a different car, so I've been dabbling a little bit on how I'm going to mount a PCC or something like that in that car, and so that I have a get home gun in that particular car. I've been carrying just a get home bag in my vehicles, and recently pulled the one out of the Jeep, and it really got my noodle rolling, going, okay, so I picked up another set of ceramic plates and a few other things to set up a get home kit for this car as well. And one of the things that I thought is I'll probably just take the Gray Ghost, which is currently my house gun, even though I've pretty much got a gun every 3 feet in this place. That's the one that is my nightstand gun, is my Gray Ghost 7.5-inch 5.56, and probably make that my get home gun, and its new home will be in the back of my BMW.
So, Richard, what do you think about these crazy Americans that think they need to have like guns every 3 foot all over their bedroom and stuff like that? I mean, they just They just don't know how to live, with this stuff just laying around everywhere. I haven't got to the bedside yet.
I used to have all mine in my bedroom, but when I had my own place, I had the 5 on my license at home, and they're all in my bedroom in the safe light. The only ones I got now, I've got a couple of air guns and I got a full size MP5, but it's just like BB gun I bought years ago just to have a laugh with, because it's got the giggle switch. And I set it up the same as like when I was in the military. So I got the light on the front and everything. I could go and get it, but you're not allowed to show anything on here, are you? So
yeah, I can't have it in your hands and all that.
But it's electric one, so you charge it up like it's got like a remote control car battery in it, and it's in the stock as well, so it balances it quite well. And you can run around your garden, shooting at rats and setting up a few cans to knock down and shit like that.
When I was growing up, once you hit like 4 years old, they turned us loose with those things. Nothing was safe. Birds, cats, each other, BB gun wars, people sighting.
I mean, before COVID, I was in Florida and done a bit of shooting with Hank and everybody.
Okay.
Then after COVID was lifted, I went over and I was in New Jersey. Because the last time I was on here, I talked about that. When I was in New Jersey, I went to that Woodland Park range, gun for hire, because I'd met that guy at the NRA show, and he said, "Come and see me one day." So I did, and then I went back to Hank's as well because I had some shopping for him that he wanted here. He wanted a British Army jacket, and I managed to find a new one in double XL because he's a bit of a chunky guy. And I went back over to Hank's for a week and did a bit more shooting. But at the moment, I don't know what I'm going to do because I've been over to Tony's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That was good fun. He put a video on YouTube about that when I was there because we had his AK out and AR-15 and some other things.
Chattanooga is a beautiful town.
Oh yeah, it is. If I could move to the States now, before I wanted to move to Arizona, but up in the north at Flagstaff because it was beautiful up there. The problem is now up there, the land prices have gone absolutely crazy. Like land that was say a couple of acres for say $30,000-$40,000 is now like $150,000-$200,000. It's just gone stupid, And
Joe Primal.
Chattanooga.
Yeah. Joe Primal bought this land down in Kentucky, and it just so happens to be one road over from where my mother grew up. And so, I'm looking at maybe getting some land down south, so go and snowbird it because the arthritis and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking at how much they're wanting for this place, and I go look at the last time that same property sold. The person had bought it not even a year ago for $58,000, and now they're trying to flip it for $118,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't
prices here are stupid, but the problem is, like here, you'll find a plot of land, but you'll never get plan permission on it. They won't. Well, they're never going to give you planning to build on it, so it's a waste of time buying it like an empty plot of land. And then the problem is you can't find anywhere that's suitable for what you want to do. Like shoot and cut wood up and shit.
Out here or in the UK?
No, in the UK, but over in the States, you get a plot of land and you don't have much problem getting permission to build on it.
Now, there's a lot of places you don't have to get permission. You bought it, just pay your taxes, and you're good.
Yeah, it depends. There's state regulations and stuff. Some states there's barely anything, but it makes difference if you're in a city, township, village. All that kind of makes a little bit of a difference on things as simple as can you burn your garbage? Can you have an open fire out back? Can you shoot? Things like that. A lot of those you can't do in a city and in some cases townships. But you get out to like a village where it's just a smaller group of residents or whatever. Some places, the laws vary within the states basically, but there's some places you could buy a home and your mailbox has to be a certain color. Your garbage can has to be a certain type and can't be out past 5 o'clock because of HOAs and stuff like that. So it's, we're pretty vast here. But there is places you can go buy land, like Daniel was stating, and you don't necessarily even need building permits. You can build what you want to build. There's a lot of people into what they call green homes, where they're building homes out of dirt, old tires, all types of stuff that would never pass a modern building code in most cases. Yeah. So, which is fine to do. Resale may be a bitch because I don't know, and insurance stuff like that's a whole nother, I don't know too much about that, but there is still places in the US where you could pretty much make whatever you want to make. I don't know if you could legally rent it out because there might be some liability on that or what happens at a sale, but, there's still some freedom here, but land prices even here are ridiculous. I can remember where you could get an acre for like $2,000. It's not prime real estate or nothing. Don't get me wrong, but even now, like to get a swamp, they're asking over $5 an acre. No access or nothing. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. And most places, it's much more. And anywhere you want to live, the prices are up there. You know what I mean? For the average person, if you want to be off some dirt road, an hour and a half from your nearest big town or something like that, you can get it cheaper and a lot, more freedom. But you lose a lot of services people want. I personally would like a cabin in the woods, and if you're on my property, I should be able to legally shoot you if I feel like it. Not that I'm gonna, but you know what I mean. But that's what I would like. But other people want to be 20 minutes from the hospital or the grocery store, medical purposes, this or that, or something close. So it costs more to be closer to services here.
Okay, I gotta address Fuzzy on something here. Is he saying tyranny or tranny? I think he's called tyranny. What's he saying?
Tyranny. It's supposed to be tyranny.
Okay, because my wife ain't no tyranny. No fuss. Homie, don't play that. No, there ain't. Shit, my wife's looking at another new gun. She wants a 365 fuse or something. Another SIG, and it's like, oh my gosh. I haven't had a new gun in over, I don't know, a year and a couple months. And she's had 5. Life, I've got problems, people. I got serious problems. It's worse than shoes. She don't buy shoes. She buys guns. She had some women's shoot yesterday, and now she's going to another one here on Tuesday. What am I going to do with her? Buy her some chocolates and more ice cream.
Either that or get yourself some armor.
Yeah. Chocolate ice cream and more. More ammunition.
Hey, she let me get some guys out here with a bulldozer and put my own pistol range in. It's better. Remember that hay bales I started with in the backyard? Now it's at actual pistol range with berms and everything.
That was alternative. She put the idea into your head because she wanted a pistol range.
And yesterday and today, she's on me about we need a pistol rack. We need our plate rack. We need a plate rack. The way I just got to pull the string and it puts the plates back up.
Listen to you over here complaining. I mean, come on, man. That's great. That's great.
A happy wife is a happy life, brother.
Yeah. You know anybody that knows how to weld? Because I don't know how to weld.
I've got a few good people here, but
I seen how much they want at the gun shows. How much they want for these plate racks or Texas Stars. I don't want to put that money out. I mean, on some of this stuff, I'm like Rob. I'm a cheap guy. I want to look for the cheapest way to get it. So if any of you guys weld, come on out for a weekend. I'll have the steel here and let you get to work.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of my targets, I went down to a local steel mill and asked if they had cutoffs available. And basically, it's like little scrap pieces, so you can get them in different thicknesses, whatever. And I use that. I mean, I even hit them with 12 gauge. So 12 gauge, if you hit it by the side, will ding up the ones I got because I think they're a 1/4 inch steel or whatnot. But yeah, it works fine. People are, they're picky. Oh, it's not AR 500. This, like, for handguns, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, they work fine. And even up to 12 gauge, you shoot it with an AR, and it's going right through the plate. Yeah, I mean, so I do have an AR 500 plate, thanks to Buck, because honestly, I'm cheap. But I was able to get, I don't know how many I made, 4 or 5 targets for like $20 or something like that. Using chain and some furring strips or whatever to make like a sawhorse deal, hang it from that, and it's worked out pretty damn good. I mean, my whole setup's probably cheaper than the average plate. Just one. So
Just have Scotsman. Just have
work.
Scotsman over to your place and on your little backyard gun range. Just have him go back there one day, and he'll trash every piece of steel you got because he'll take
Of course he will. Yeah.
He'll take the 44 Magnum and shoot your steel out there and put big dents in it. That way, when you hit it with a 9mm, all that spalling comes right back and hits you. And here, put Gunpowder Beauty's last little comment up. I want to give her a life lesson. Alan, put her comment up.
Which one? You mean this one?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Gunpowder Beauty. This is how you get a man to say yes. Prior to you needing something, say like what happened to me 2 years ago when I thought I destroyed my 308 AR, my AR-10, and I went and turned around and bought another top shelf AR-10, and it was a chunk of money. And she never said nothing about it. I mean, right there. I mean, she was all cool and everything. It's no big deal. No big deal. And right there, I mean, I just got the gun, and the gun's in the car, and we're on the way home. Then I get a call from the manufacturer from my first one that I thought I destroyed. They said, "Hey, now we checked it out. It's all good." And I just looked at my wife. Well, I guess 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Well, she turned around and used that against me a year and a half later, like 5 months ago. And she came home with 2 AR-15s, one the cheapy one where she can take out and destroy, learning how to use it. And then the expensive one that she wants to get an ACOG on it now too. That's how you train your husband. Whenever he wants a brand new gun, you tell him yes first. And if he gripes about you getting something, well, it sounds like you need to get some pigs or a backhoe, because that's the best way to get rid of the body.
Yeah, Fuzzy probably has it right. I'm pretty sure she just keeps you locked up in that basement, shackled to that reloading bench.
I just primed 609mm yesterday and today to start reloading. Yeah, he's going through showing his stuff. Make some plate racks. The ones where you got the flop, up above, where they come up above and they rise up, and you get to watch them just drop down, and you pull.
Yeah, I've considered that. I mean, I've made like these with rebar. These are like little 4-inch ones that I like because I can just throw these in the car or whatever too. I don't have to take the truck or whatever. So, things like that. Obviously, these are stands I made. This is a handrail, so it actually rotates a little bit, like will move when you hit it with something pretty significant. And my paper rack, which is taken apart here. The back here, it's like the back slides down into here, and roll of paper on there, little spot for my marker. So basically, I pretty much make all my stuff because, as it's been stated before, I'm cheap.
Yeah, and you got to bring your stuff in because you can't leave yours out in the yard. Because
Right, yeah.
over there at the middle school, they get kind of upset when you leave your plate rack on the playground.
Yeah, you gotta be able to unload it and load it back up.
Well, a good brother of mine is going to be visiting me here the beginning of next month, Fudd. And I'm going to send him back with something for you. It ain't going to be a plate rack, though.
Oh, don't no. I don't want people sending me stuff. You know, I'm most of the time when people give me stuff, what I did have that when I did run the channel, I turned around and gave it away to the subscriber. I didn't have to spend money for prizes. I turned around and give it to a subscriber. And it's not that I'm unappreciative. I just feel weird, because.
Well, I didn't say that I was giving it to you. I said that he was going to be bringing it to you. I'm just it might appease the wife for a little while, and you might actually enjoy doing it with her.
My wife is appeased. If she got any more appeased, she can't get any more appeased. She's got me, and that's enough.
As some would say, too much.
She could never have too much of the Daniel.
Oh, goodness. Sounds like you've been hanging around Gene too long.
Let's just get off that topic because there's some things I could say and it's just not worth repeating. There's no animosity there. None at all. No, I mean, she's the only one. The last 2 years, she's the one that's gone out and killed the deer. And all I got to do is I just sit on the porch and I smoke my cigarettes, drink my coffee, and I'm watching her with the binoculars where she's in her ground blind and stuff. And I text her on the phone, here comes a herd. She goes, boom. I go down there with a side-by-side, load it up. And I say, well, I'm not skinning it. I ain't gutting it. And she already knows who does all the processing and even does that. Damn, I got her trained.
Well, I'm probably just going to go ahead and announce it now because the Let Freedom Ring video is coming shortly. To do the Let Freedom Ring videos, and chances of me turning out a Let Freedom Ring video is probably going to be slim to none. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Man, that is a good looking holster.
Ozzy made it for me. I don't feel weird about getting this at all. This, I would have what it goes into. It's made for the PO1. But, I mean, got snake and everything like that there. I mean, this is just fantastic. So, Ozzy, you can like that. You can make me feel weird anytime you want, brother. I appreciate it. This was out of the blue, and it's quality.
That is absolutely beautiful.
It does look nice.
It does good work.
Yeah. And it's only 2 feet away from my PO1s.
What snake skin did they use?
Oh, some kind of, was it an Asian boa? Ozzy. I don't want to mess it up. What the snake skin you got on that? I'm thinking it was some kind of a boa, Asian boa, but I might be messing that up.
I'm just thinking, like all those ones they got a problem with in Florida, you could be recycling those into. Some
Yes,
products.
Asian. There he
Those
goes.
pythons they got.
Asian cobra.
Right.
Nice. I just killed a copperhead out here today. Maybe I should have sent that snake down to him.
Well, outcasts just be living the life, man. Must be nice.
Yeah, out there making some s'mores.
Yeah, I was getting bugged to start a fire, so I still think it's a little early, but figure whatever.
Oh, she's got you trained. She got you.
I don't see it that way, but I get whatever.
You think it was too early, and it's like, oh no, she wants to have the nice coals there, and that way it's not throwing out too much heat, but she has a nice little lighting going on as she's enjoying her adult beverage before she starts her work.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Asian cobra. I'm sorry, Ozzy. I messed that up. Alzheimer's, dementia. What can I say? I'm still going to beat Gene's butt Sunday. Oh, and there's this new YouTube channel for this one gun company that's actually been going to these shoots, and I ran across their channel. It's like, wait a minute, that sounds like Crawford County. What? I go on there and look at it there, and I watch some of their video. They must have just started this channel up, but Atlas Gunworks or something like that. But they must have their whole staff going to these shoots on Sundays when they're down there. And I see they're putting these guys up there, and it's like I'm looking at it's like, hey, I remember that dude. I mean, that guy, he don't look it, but this guy is fast. He's huge, not only tall but wide. I mean, this guy's just huge. But his split times on his trigger speed and the footwork getting through everything, he just smokes checks everybody. But I'll look it up. But it's like you guys, you want to go check out this because they're doing a lot of stuff. If you're ever wanting to get a gun ported or get an optics cut, I looked at their prices, and it's like Cajun Gunworks wants hundreds of dollars to do something like this. Getting an optic cut on my shadow, just regular Shadow 2, it's starting out at $135.
No way.
Yeah, way. And it's like, I was going to send this link to Scotsman, but he's not here.
He said he was going to be here because he sent me the link to join in.
Well, he was, and
said,
then shit happens.
Yeah, things happen,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it involve a female?
Only if they used his toilet.
I was gonna ask where Scotsman was too, but you beat me to it. I guess somebody did.
Apparently he's in a shitty situation at his house with a backed up septic system.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's no good.
Nope. And hey, Rob, there's only one way to fix those, isn't there? Well, two.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to mess with a couple of them. Where basically, people like driving over the yard and crushing pipes and stuff like that, and you got to go in there and remove it. It's really the only best way, is my opinion. So replace the damn pipes and stuff. But yeah, it's a bad situation though. So hopefully he gets it taken care of. I don't know how he is physically or whatever, but it's not, or where he's at, because legally, but it's not too big of a job, to usually to do that, to replace it if you had to. Something a homeowner can do if they're handy and don't mind doing some work.
You got to be able to run a backhoe if you're going to do that. You do septic system.
Yes, I mean it depends, on how far the line runs. Obviously, a backhoe would be the easiest, but usually renting anything, you're starting at like around 500 for something, probably higher. But if you're getting one of the smaller ones, maybe around 500. But then you're gonna need a trailer or having it dropped off, which costs more if you don't have one. So it's a big cost. Obviously, if you got a really long run, it'd be worth it. But if it's not too long, you got a buddy or two. Order some pizza, grab some beers, and get at it, man.
Out here, you got to use a backhoe to cut in a new leach field. But Alan, I sent you that link to see if you could put the link up on the side chat or whatever.
I don't know if I'm trying to get to that. I'm trying to get to that.
Yeah, if we get it up there, it sounds a little whacked, but
What kind of show is this? No, I use gas instead of diesel. Oops.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
The glass on the window rattled, the shower doors rattled. I felt a boom, and I did
America.
Here, so I knew that's what you were doing. I told Savannah, I was like, "They're getting ready to start the fire." And then I went and used the bathroom, and then it was like boom, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I jumped up and hit the window.
Yeah, I usually use kerosene or diesel, but I ran out, so I started this one with gas. Missed a big explosion, guys. Not big, but
In my room.
I was standing right here. I still got my eyebrows, everything.
You're using explosives to clean out your septic issues?
Well, that's one way of doing it.
Okay, I'm about to put up the name of the YouTube channel to these guys. And if you go check them out, if you like them or whatever, put in a comment that basically say Bo sent you over. It's just BO. Because I want them to do some work on my gun. And anything I can do I don't like free stuff, but if I can knock a few dollars off a price, boom, there it is. Atlas Tactical. It shows some of the stuff that they do in their company, but also they go out there and they video. When they go out to do a shoot, they video the whole day at the shoot and the interaction and everything like that. And they don't go, "Well, we finished in this place," or blah, blah, blah. You don't see any of that stuff. It just shows the guys going out there having fun. And of course, the regular guy, talking.
Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah, well, that's what it should be about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like these videos which are too edited and they don't go into too much detail. They're, "Oh yeah, I did really well," but yeah, well, let's see you doing really well.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to. It's easy to find these guys because he's got this bulldog, and his wife runs around with the bulldog on the side. And when I go this Sunday, I want to walk up there and look and lift the bulldog's tail up. He goes, "Yep, I thought I recognized you," because on the one video he just starts it out with the bulldog's balls, nothing but filling the screen. It's like, seriously, dude.
It is nice seeing, raw video, raw events or whatever versus all the, cut and polish stuff sometimes. So you can see the actual,
And And
full
the
experience.
interaction.
Some point
Yeah.
you got to load mags. At some
Yeah.
point, movies forget that and stuff. But you got to load mags. You police the brass. Sometimes things don't always work perfect, or something interesting will happen unexpected. So
Yeah. Is
that's
Crazy
life.
Scotsman actually here, or you just used his power there to put up the link? Alan.
Well, I believe that we're going to just go ahead and cut this short. Appreciate everybody coming in. So let's walk through the room here. Let's start in reverse order. Mr. New York Outcast.
I got nothing. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe next time the actual host will show up to his own show. Eat a salad, dodge the landmines, and we'll catch you next time.
Very good. Very good. Richard, do you want to pitch anything, say anything before we
Yeah.
kick rocks out of here?
I mean, thank you for the invite from Scotsman. Glad to be here to have a chat with you all again. It's really nice. I haven't seen the comments on the right-hand side yet because I've just had the other screen up, but we'll see you. But hello to everybody that's here, and hopefully I'll see you again. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Richard, man. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Fudd, what you got rolling?
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to all you guys and the people in the side chat because I have had diarrhea of the mouth tonight. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's just how I am. I don't like to be bored, and I'm sure you don't like to be bored either. It's like piss me off, make me happy, just don't bore me. That's how I live my life. Sunday, I'm getting all prepped for next Sunday because I'm gonna spank him. I'm gonna beat him bad. I'm gonna spank that bottom. Ooh, and right in front of his girlfriend too. She's shooting it also, but he needs it. And Rob, Alan, you guys get out here sometime so I can, get you out to one of these shoots and spank you too. Because there's nothing that I enjoy more than spanking my buddies out on the gun range. Hey, thanks for the invite.
That's so gay. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. I'm on this absolute shit show. Nowhere near as bad as what the Scotsman's likely dealing with. We can all laugh in amusement and point fingers as well. I think that would be just grand. May release a video this week, but it probably not going to be a gun video. Likely be probably a BMW video. But other than that, I want to remind everybody to keep them magazines loaded and one in the chamber. Woo!
You need to hit the